Cześć, witajcie moi kochani, witam bardzo, ale to bardzo serdecznie w kolejnym epizodzie zagrajmy w Disco Elysium. Hejka, hejka. Udało nam się wbić za trzecim razem.
Nice.
Sounds like the property damage wasn't in vain, at least.
Okej, zróbmy zapis. I zobaczmy.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Ktoś tu był.
3 weeks maximum from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too.
This is good. He likes it. That's a little smile there.
This isn't bad at all. It was a good idea to see where that door leads. Commendable work bringing us to this place. 3 weeks.
This is good.
This isn't bad at all.
Dobrze, co to oznacza?
Good idea to see.
Large prints, most likely made by boots. Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross.
Co to oznacza?
It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route.
You clearly...
Jackpot. These.
Jakieś ubranie mam. Empatia +1. I ile teraz mam empatii? 10. Logika 11.
Over there, in the corner.
Ta maszyna?
Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Lit. A phrase almost synonymous with the insulindian pinball scene.
The pinball machine. Gold is goats. A classic. A little.
Feels like a lot. Too much to play it again.
Ah, great.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top of the back box. There's a small column of "Get the game on, finger boy." Those flippers are ready. It takes a while to get into a rhythm, but pretty soon you're able to keep goat-faced balls in play with relative go, finger boy.
I feel sorry for the goats. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was.
Your game is suddenly maneuvering a goat ball into a position for it. The words pound.
Congratulations.
There's so much fog. This can be navigated. You're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point. How? The last goat plummets into the fog with almost suicidal glee. There goes wasteland of reality. You see a heavy steel door with...
There must be a key somewhere. Probably somewhere in the whirling. It's not...
This small elevator is smells of... This elevator must have been used to transport pinball machines to and from the upstairs workshop. There are a small steel plaque.
Seems so, although...
So this is where they brought faulty pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room.
At some point, 20 years ago, looks like it, downstairs.
Remember the dice maker?
Ah, yes, as the novel.
But then it went bankrupt.
If that's true, then he does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment to be part of a neighborhood.
Stupid superstition. But it's not a ghost story.
No nieźle.
Officer.
No dobra, no ale mamy kolejne info w takim razie, no. Jakby to jest coś. Okej. Gdzie może być kluczyk?
Can I help you?
Hi again, gendarme. Bye-bye, gendarme.
Mhm. Dobra, spróbujmy przegadać go. Może nam nie wyjść, ale spróbujmy.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
Twierdzi, że nie została zgwałcona.
Fuck! I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down, and she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch.
This is a diversion. Stay on track.
Czunięta, o czym ty mówisz? Była w pełni władz umysłowych.
She wasn't raped. The witnesses' statements were very clear.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her. And you went and pushed her.
Hit you. Duck.
Titus Hardy!
Success. Titus backs off. Fists down, everybody.
Everett personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
When she's angry, she emphasizes the S. It gives her voice a strangely hypnotic quality. Her lips barely move as she speaks. Frankly, it's a bit terrifying. Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command.
Look, Copper. We know that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape. Show it to him, T.
Here, jerkwad, listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
This is their last play, this tape. Their story is...
Co ma mnie obchodzić jakaś taśma? Okłamaliście mnie.
You don't care about evidence. The fuck are you a cop for, then?
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting convictions.
I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't listen to the tape,
There's a lot of questions.
Co za te taśmy?
What's on it? We call it the door gun a mega mix. You'll know why. Won't you listen to it?
Skąd masz te taśmy?
You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug people. There's no university degree for that. We have machines. We're in logistics. How do you think a harbor works? It's advanced stuff.
Understood?
Since way before there.
Things got nice and quiet after that.
W takim razie, który z was zajął się kształciłą radiową robotą?
It's not advanced. You just hold up in a coop all day, writing down what they say.
Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work.
Yeah, man.
You're like a radio genius or something.
Nie mogę tego posłuchać.
Those notes are some.
I'm sure we can find a tape player.
Where can I listen to this?
Yeah, play it with your ass, cocksucker.
I'm sure we can find a tape player.
Your room had one. Or maybe it's...
Don't forget your tape, lawman. You do that. Oh. Yeah? Well, you do that.
Kurwa, nagranie dostaliśmy. No, ciekawe.
The porter reel is... You push Command C, and the tape starts spinning. Violent static and machine sounds fill the air.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
The harbor. That's the son of a Kvalson crane.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the apocalypse style. Kill shit. Dogs and chickens too. Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice one. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance a whore upstairs. Do it 𝗀𝗶𝗶𝗃𝗀𝗏 style. Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arrête on your porter reel.
Cisza?
End of recording.
Co
It
sądzisz?
seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls.
Brzmiało do tego, to też jakby był nietrzeźwy.
Still.
There's more going on here than we know.
Kim jest ten 𝗀𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗏?
One of the other mercenaries, I think. The one he was talking to.
To jest 𝗀𝗀𝗃?
A village on the Samaran Peninsula, in South Safrey. Grad committed war crimes there, the kind of thing he talks about.
Myślisz, że tam był?
Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have...
A symbol of soldier of the apocalypse style conduct in a civil environment.
Co dalej, co teraz?
I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you?
As you take out the contrast feels...
Ohoho. To się rozpędza fabuła.
Officer, what brings you up here in the rain?
Titus dał nam na nagranie.
She puts her coffee cup down with a soft ring as the porcelain meets the metal table. This does not surprise her.
Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions. Only that he was never bad to me.
She doesn't care. If anything, she sounds amused.
To nagranie wskazuje konkretnie panią jako swój cel.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via the encryption station. It's authentic enough.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
Dokładnie taki uwórzył.
Yeah. That was practically his pickup line. Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it 𝗀𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗏 style?
Dał tam to użyte.
He liked the way it sounded when he said it. As to 𝗀𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗏, he wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little 𝗀𝗀𝗃. It wasn't his everything.
Zgrywał macho?
Yes, was he bragging?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure he did all those things. Then integrated them into his idea of normalcy. To keep on living. Until they just sort of turn into his,
She's quite observant about the human character.
Nauczyła się tego pani podczas zdań z literatury orańskiej? Brzmi jak psychologia.
People who go to university know how to use words like internalize and integrate, officer. Now, what was that expression?
There's more to this. She has an index in her head of pathologies and how to exploit them. You can trust 𝗱𝗶𝗹𝗵𝘁, by the way. As far as I can tell, he's not singing to her tune. The only one besides me.
Hańc samoobrony?
Running joke. I was gonna say running joke. And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. 𝗀𝗏𝗏's punchlines got way funkier than that. It was like the 𝗬𝗏𝗄 conflict, the 𝗀𝗻𝗄 massacre, and the 36 famine in 𝘰𝗍𝗄 all rolled into one person, then cast in 𝗀𝗏𝗄's ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower.
When he said he was done, and done mentally, it didn't sound like a joke. It sounded like a deeply troubled man.
Well, maybe I pieced him back together with my magical personality.
Nie bała się pani?
Afraid of what? That tape the Hardy Boys recorded? Your mother probably never told you this, but girls are evil. Had I the physical robustness and social support, I'd be in 𝗀𝗻𝗄𝗳. I would be tearing it up Soldier of the Apocalypse style.
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things? In Martinez, I mean?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed happy, I guess. At ease. As much as a man like him could be.
What kind of man was he? Before you go, ask for details. She seems okay to talk about it.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're...
She takes a very small sip of her coffee.
Ma pani nieco czasu? Może nam powiedzieć więcej o ofiarze?
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name.
A nickname?
I guess. He came from 𝗀𝗏𝗏's dad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently. He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use.
𝗀𝗏𝗏's dad. That's a good start. We have a few questions you can help us with.
The young woman cranes her neck, the last missing pieces of a puzzle of flesh.
In 𝗀𝗏𝗄𝗃, officer. It's, I think municipality is the term. A nowhere town there.
The Lelystad municipality has few boroughs and even fewer cities. It's made of agricultural plots near the border of 𝗀𝗸𝗶𝗹𝗹. Executive summary: cows, silos, and wheat.
You were almost right, officer. That means his race was Occidental, not Mondial. I'll update the form.
Yes. We were compatriots.
Did that bring you together?
No. He was too old for that. And from another part of 𝗀𝗏𝗃. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together wasn't 𝗀𝗏𝗃. It was bad habits.
No love for Mother Aranya. But wasn't he a soldier? This could be worth pursuing.
Wojskowy, lecz nie patriota?
No. He left the national service after they taught him to do what he did on 𝗬𝗏𝗍. He wasn't the flag-waving kind. He was the making money, killing people kind. He was by no means a stupid man. A people person. A small platoon leader. Certainly not a patriot.
Pani też nie wydaje się być szczególną patriotką.
There is nothing on Muindi. The old world is dead, and we both knew it. Maybe I love Revachol, though.
Ile miał lat?
He was 42.
42? Are you sure? I would have had him above 50.
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no. We even celebrated his birthday, like, some weeks ago.
Looks like you were right, officer.
Nie wiedziałem, że to jakieś zawodyki.
It isn't. Police work is a cooperative sport.
This is clearly sports for him. Something like archery or darts.
Chodzi o trafianie i niepudłowanie.
That's too pinball for me. I just like to get autopsies right on the first try. Where were we?
He's lying.
Jaki miał kolor oczu?
Blue. Light blue. They were like little blue galaxies, you know? It was strange, seeing those eyes in his fucked up face. Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful, soft voice. Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something, watching him speak.
He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth.
Yes. Severe. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes.
Ah, yes. His hair, if you can remember.
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
Mijał tatuaż. Co on oznaczał?
Oh, that.
To była orleańska mapa dróg wodnych?
Sure, waterways. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though.
Ponoć laską? Jak?
How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason.
Is this Orani's lit?
Yes. This is the very essence of Orani's lit. A moment's respite. Dark and hopeless as the struggle itself. He's smoking and drinking, of course. And his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them. Maybe even thousands. And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?" And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." So she goes, "Okay, but what's this, baby?" And he's like, "Saw some bat shit there. Killed some loincloths." And so it goes. Star after star, port after port, third world country after third world country. And he's done horrible things in every single one of them. Oh yeah. No thank you. I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms, from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Orania needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer. For money. He went to Killer Academy in 𝗱𝗏𝗏. Then he killed some people in the Seminine Islands. And on other islands, too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself. It is when you're high. It can be very exciting then. You have the
Proszę odpowiedzieć nam na dziwne pytanie, czy śmierć była dla niego przyjemna?
Why do you ask?
Mam po prostu pewne przeczucie, proszę mi odpowiedzieć.
Well, it's wrong. He had too many drinks to down and too many bad things to do. Couldn't tap out just yet.
Everything checks out here. It's all A-OK. Good answer.
Poprosiliśmy laboratorium o przebadanie nasienia.
Good for you.
What do you think it will tell us?
I don't know how a semen sample works, officers. How many days after intercourse does it have to be? I don't even know if he had sex with someone else. We didn't go steady.
Is she avoiding anything? Technically not. Technically not. Come on, man. Listen. You can't trust them. It's just you and me.
Good for
What do you...
I don't know how.
Is she technically not?
Bo skończyliśmy ten wątek przesłania.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee. Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42.
Tak twierdziła.
Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity.
Do czego to zmierza?
How old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurement.
Oh fuck.
You could ask either one of them.
Kim, jak sądzisz, ile mam lat?
Huh?
Na ile wyglądam?
How old? 58?
Boże, to naprawdę dużo, serio? Może się mylić, czy do Donata też się myliłeś, było o wiele młodszy.
He was deceased. He had been decomposing for a week.
Mam wrażenie, że ja się rozkładam jeszcze dłużej.
On the bright side, you've been getting a lot of exercise lately.
There's silence. Then, here it comes.
Sure, you're 42. Let's go?
Wait. This requires scientific measurements.
No dalej, nie obawiam się prawdy.
To the laboratorium.
Nice. Moja postać chce się dowiedzieć, ile ma lat. To będzie hit po prostu. No dobra, no ale skoro to już mamy... Chyba problem jest gorszy. Tak naprawdę. Potrzeba znowu ich przesłuchać, ale oni znowu będą pierdolić głupoty.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
Rozmawialiśmy na temat taśmy. Podtrzymuję to, co mówiła wcześniej.
That fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape.
That fucker wasn't aimed at you. It was at her.
Żaden dowód.
Locker room talk. What are you, fucking brain dead? I've been to plenty of locker rooms. They don't plan rapes there. What did she have to say then? Fine by her? This is what people are supposed to be like? Fucking whoop-de-doo.
Nie powiedziała 𝘀𝗶𝗹𝗵𝗁.
I can confirm that.
I see what you're doing there. Let's push him.
She didn't? Well, whoop-de-doo then.
Mam wrażenie, że rozburza się w niej nutka nostalgii.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Funny? No good goddamn psycho whore.
Seems like they wanted to give 𝗀𝗗𝗄𝗃 a second chance to play along.
All right. All fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. That fucking...
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawmen?
You don't have to say everything out loud. Just mix and match.
Zdaje się, że mieliście obmyśl... Powiedz mi wprost, co się naprawdę stało?
I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men too are growing increasingly so.
Come on, Titus. We know you didn't hang him. He was shot. I know you're tired. So am I. Why don't you just...
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said, "Fuck off!" That lying, scamming. We're done. This is over. You understand? Your little investigation is over.
Yeah.
What is this quiet funeral shit? All we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20 beers for the dock workers union.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
100 beers? Now we're talking. 𝗱𝗶𝗹𝗵𝗁 cafeteria manager.
Przynajmniej tu, że jest ofiarą manipulacji. Fuck! Ty, to się musi udać.
Convince Titus he's being manipulated. You should know by now. Titus Hardy will never falter. But you know someone who might.
Z jego koło na pewno.
Fat Angus, the powerful guy. Just remember, it's about more than class. Huh? He'll get it. Go on.
W Martinez zabiją cię tylko dlatego, że cię nie lubią.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Bo jesteś cudzoziemcem. Upracowanie dla niewłaściwych ludzi.
Goddamn right. This is Union Town.
Fuck, Dennis. We don't kill you if you work for the company. Half the harbor would...
Work for the wrong company, and they execute you.
It wasn't that. It wasn't... We just couldn't get him down, okay?
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
Firearm, a glass 08 or a 38 caliber pistol. Either is small enough for you to have missed. He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do. Steel yourself. Push on. Just ignore Theo.
Bo co? Zabijecie mnie tak jak jego? Bez żadnego kurwa powodu?
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
Shut up, Angus!
Brumastwo, że go powiesiliście?
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control. Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus? Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
You're in. He's all yours. Questions.
Przykro mi, że doprowadziła was do kłótni. Kto w takim razie zabił?
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
Na ten temat sądzisz?
I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Hers, you mean?
She's got one of those checkered pasts. The shot could have missed.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
My dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns, training, years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else.
Joyce?
Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance.
He's calm now. Threw all that turmoil away and became himself again. These theories, not bad. Don't buy either one. He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. The bullet in his head.
Another nod.
Czemu?
Because the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Girls plural? There's another girl? Two of them?
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
He doesn't think she did.
Przystał w niedzielną noc.
Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know. not in a fun way. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died. I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario, only in reverse.
Good analogy, boss.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. And you keep taking it easy too, Angus.
Co się stało potem?
We went upstairs. Sure as day the Merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through the window. Fucking dirty shit.
He means they'd been fucking?
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged.
Kim jest Tibbs?
Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
Right now, he's grateful he hasn't gotten his brother into this mess.
Jeżeli to nie Klasie go zabiła, to po co to tuszowanie?
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own. They can't show up on police radar kind. There are people after her from the old world, where she came from.
Kto to taki?
They're powerful, connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life.
That's all he knows. That's all.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
Kto wpadł na pomysł, żeby go powiesić?
In a manner of speaking.
Remember the two girls? He may be talking about that.
Myślisz, że było dziewczyny?
That's right. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it for political reasons.
A druga dziewczyna.
No, you're not gonna be on a first name basis.
Gdzie ona jest?
You're not getting to her. This person is affiliated with the Hardy Boys. It's Klasia you want to talk
Czyli jest dziewczyną
I
Hardiego.
wouldn't go that far. She's just a woman who's sometimes in our company, who sympathizes with Klasia.
You know, actually, some of the guys have been talking, and,
No. My answer is no, Glenn. We're Hardy Boys, and that's how it's gonna stay. Me too.
The lieutenant gives a smile only you can see.
You do that. She, Klasia, came to Martinez to hide. That's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be...
We'll take that into account.
Okej. Jakaś druga kobieta.
Can I help you?
Oh, hello, dear. There you...
Kurwa, druga kobieta. Fuck.
Hi again, gendarme. Bye-bye, gendarme.
I znowu z tamtą gadamy. No dobra. Jezu, ile śniegu napadało. Jesus.
It's always good to see you.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired.
Chłopaki Hardiego powiedzieli nam, co się naprawdę stało.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are
Nie wygląda pani na zaskoczoną.
long and straight.
I knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
This is good. Clear the air first. No, it's not good. It's the opposite of that. This will let her dictate that. Shush. I can't hear what she's saying.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
To nie jest wystarczający powód.
You're right. There's more.
Nie wszystko.
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
Briefly glance it over her shoulder to the sea. As she's done, a grand expanse of water reaches
Co leży za nią?
the Pale, the 𝗵𝗶𝗶𝗵𝗁, the Occident, and then Oranje. The conference centers, the people who are angry at her past.
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
Co się dzieje? Co pani zrobiła?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me.
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with...
Here we go. For once, you seem to have her off guard. Actually, this murder did have a little to do with her.
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Revachol, or even in Oranje.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again, with a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades...
Pinewood?
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
The job was 𝗬𝗠𝗀𝗏 County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the 𝗀𝗏𝗃𝗃 conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them.
But she really destroyed them. She still feels it.
As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too, along with 𝗬𝗏𝗃𝗃 and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
𝗀𝗏𝗃𝗃. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries.
Papa Lolo.
Yeah. Papa fucking Lolo wants to kill me. Sure, I'm not a war criminal, but it was bad. People lost, a lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
That can wait.
Co pani zrobiła?
One of them killed themselves because of me.
She says it quickly, like she's said it 100 times. To herself, to get used to the idea, out of guilt.
To posłuchaj, że pani może z tym żyć. Coś, z czym niełatwo sobie poradzić.
How do you deal with anything? It's all just... How do you do it?
Nie pamiętam z niej kompletnie nic.
That would do the trick, yes.
Coś stało w nocy, w której umarł?
We were there. Together, okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see.
Her chest rises and falls with each word. She keeps herself together and says it.
I knew he was dead before he fell down on top of me.
You were right. He did enjoy the moment of his death.
Yes, but how did you know that?
He asked her before if he enjoyed it. She avoided it. How did I not discern it was a lie? You know how.
He just had a hunch. Detectives have those sometimes.
Co się potem stało?
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs. I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
Przykro mi, że to pani spotkało.
So am I.
She throws it away.
What time was this?
11:30 to 12:15.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
Tytus mówił, że wyglądała pani na mocno odurzoną.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No,
Co pani wtedy zrobiła?
nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore.
Run, woman. Run past them.
Czemu pani stąd nie uciekła? Właściwie to czemu pani tu jest w tej chwili?
I ran from an entire Isola. I can't run any further. Not with these people.
Co się stało po tym, jak zbiegła się pani na dół?
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the
Kurwa, do Sylwii będziemy musieli zadzwonić jeszcze raz w takim razie.
Ruby was there too. They were having such
Ruby.
a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby?
Kim jest Ruby?
Ruby, you know, the leader.
Jaka liderka?
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys.
Myślałem, że to Hardy jest liderem Hardy Boys.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
This Ruby, in her phrasing, is entrusted with great power. She trusts her.
Co było potem?
Ruby said, let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, but I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To produce lividity.
Yes.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20?
About 20, yes.
Co wy to robiłyście?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him. Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take this.
Interesting. Why did this Ruby go through so much trouble to hide something someone... What are you doing? Coming up with a theory. She said Ruby knew something was wrong before she said anything. How come? It was loud downstairs. She couldn't have heard the shot. It is ominous. You already coming up with theories that put the blame on someone other than Klasia.
Kiedy to się stało, że słyszała pani wystrzał?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
Pani zabiła Leliego?
What? Why would I put myself through this? Insanity. Get myself cornered like this. He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know that.
He was a serviceman. He must have had a gun. Somewhere. Now, you guys suddenly have theories pouring out. When
Ludzie na dole wpadli na warecką myśl, że to pani go zabiła.
I'm sad to hear that. They must have said it in some fit of frustration or under pressure.
To nic złego, jeśli zrobiła to pani w całą obronie.
I did not kill him today.
True, sire. 'Tis true.
Musiał mieć gdzieś przy sobie broń. Użyła jej pani?
No. I specifically asked him not to carry firearms when he was with me.
Dobrze, chciałbym, żeby odpowiedziała pani na kilka pytań.
Like what?
Czy mogli go zabić ludzie, którzy ścigają panią?
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
I?
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
A może miało?
I just don't know.
We can't go after 𝘀𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗏. Not yet.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant.
If they want to kill me, they'll kill me. If they want to toy with me, they will.
Wezwała pani policję, skoro się pani ukrywa.
which is an indicator of truth. Idiot. She's nothing of the sort.
Chciałaby pani, żebyśmy tak myśleli, lecz pani nią nie jest.
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to cave in and sob. Once. Just one.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Revachol.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible. Oh God. That was a lie too. Who made the call then? She did, of course.
Because I'm an...
Which idiot? She's nothing of
Czemu
this.
pani to zrobiła?
You have to understand.
Her jaw.
He kept throwing...
She definitely... Oh God. She did, of course.
Kiedy wymieniono okno?
Last week. Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs.
You should have a look at that window. Reconstruct the scene. It's right here. So near. Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye. She not. He's thinking, are we done here? Or should we arrest her? No, that won't be necessary. Just this guy won't budge. You have to wake Multiface up, forcefully, if you want to continue pushing her.
Obudź się.
Who? What? Dear God, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not candid, and she probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately. Take it easy. Don't overcompensate with this course correction. Ask questions. Yes. Start at the top. Choose at the bottom. It's how we've...
Ja pierdolę, no. Jakie to się zrobiło poplątane po prostu.
See? She slowly light.
Dobra. Jesus Christ. Masakra. Wrócimy do rozmowy z nią, bo tu się mocno syf wylał, ale jeszcze nie wiem, o co chodzi. Do usłyszenia, siemanko, no i cześć. Dziękuję bardzo za oglądanie mojego materiału. Mam nadzieję, że wam się podobało. Jeżeli wam się spodobało, pamiętajcie, żeby kliknąć kciuk w górę, zasubskrybować i kliknąć dzwoneczek. Wszystko, aby zawsze być na bieżąco. Jeżeli macie coś do napisania, napiszcie komentarz, dzięki temu będę wiedział, że jesteście, że wam się podoba i przede wszystkim, że chcecie, żeby tych materiałów pojawiało się więcej. Dodatkowo, jeżeli chcecie się wdzięczyć za to, co robię i podoba wam się moja praca, pamiętajcie, że możecie kliknąć w moją nazwę, wejdziecie do strony głównej mojego kanału, kliknąć opcję wesprzyj i za 2 zł, 10 albo 30 zostaniesz wspierającymi według waszej tutaj chęci i potrzeby oddania trochę tej dobroci w moją stronę. Dziękuję bardzo za oglądanie, trzymajcie się, do usłyszenia i życzę wam miłego. Bardzo serdecznie dziękuję wszelkim wspierającym za to, że jesteście. Dziękuję tym, którzy byliście wspierającymi i dziękuję wszystkim tym, którzy po tym właśnie filmiku zdecydowaliście się na wsparcie. Przede wszystkim to nie jest tak, że wspieracie osobę, która ma tysiące widzów. Wspieracie małą społeczność, której dzięki każdej osobie z was, każdej złotówce, którą mi przelejecie, każdym 2 złotym, które jesteście wspierającymi ptasiakami, za każdą tą jedną osobę bardzo serdecznie dziękuję i za każdą tą złotówkę dziękuję, ponieważ dzięki temu po prostu mam chęci, mam motywację i przede wszystkim mam dodatkowe finanse, które pozwalają utrzymać ten kanał i utrzymać wszystko, co się wokół niego dzieje, włącznie z kosztami prądu, kosztami kupowania nowego sprzętu, kupowania nowych gier i w ogóle całego czasu, które spędzam, czy to nagrywając, czy to streamując i czy to, jeżeli w przypadku wielu sytuacji rozmawiając i wspierając osoby, które w jakiś sposób czują się gorzej. Więc moja działalność jest bardzo szeroka i cieszę się, że doceniacie ją. Jeżeli ktoś z was czuje się gorzej i chciałby ze mną porozmawiać i ma jakieś takie problemy, możecie do mnie napisać, zagadać. Wszystko na Discordzie, a link do Discorda w opisie.